Hello, loves. It's Ashley of Aligned Living Co. and founder of the Becoming Her Method program, coaching, all the things. I've been requested to do this video by pretty much anyone. I've had a somewhat conversation about this topic, and that's my nails. Especially this set. I got the most compliments of this set out of any set I think I've ever worn. Uh, and I know a lot of like moms and busy women, and they're just interested in knowing my nail situation. When I was a yoga teacher and I had time, I would get my nails done like gel nails all the time, and I loved it because you could pick the colors and it was like kind of time to yourself. And, anyways, I don't have time like that now. I've been using fake nails for at least 4 years now, if not five-ish, 4.5. Um, and so I've gone through all the different brands. I was really big into the Kiss brand for a while, but I found lately their nail quality has really gone down. Um, I should have brought all my nails out. Okay, there's Opie. These ones are pretty good. They're just more expensive. These are probably like the most expensive. They're like $25. Um, the Kiss nails like are when you get a good set, they're decent. I just find they don't last as long, like maybe 7 days. Then I picked up these ones, the Sally Hansen ones. I always do the glue. I've never had good luck with like the nail tabs. So this one comes with tabs and glue. There's a version of Kiss that only comes with tabs. So just be careful when you're buying them that it's either glue and tabs or just glue. But my favorite lately has been the Quo, Quo. I say Quo like quotations. I don't know if that's how you say it. But this brand is the same that I did these nails, and they're like 15 bucks. They're really not very much. These are the these are Polly Pocket. I bought one of these a couple weeks ago when I saw them, and then they had one last set yesterday, so I picked up another set because I thought they were really cute and I'd wear them again. And that's the nice thing with these, if they're on sale or like sometimes Shoppers has those like extra points events, so I'll like pick up an extra set just to have in my bathroom so when I'm ready to change, I don't have to go to the store and try to figure out what ones I want to get because whenever I need them, they never have good ones, and then you're kind of stuck either not having any or wearing ones you wouldn't normally buy. If you live near a Winners, they always have lots, like usually near the front or in their like nail section. There's a brand, it's like Celebritips, Seletips, and they're actually cheaper there, obviously cheaper, than when I try to look online. So there's other brands as well. So try out different brands, try out different shapes. I really enjoy, my favorite length is medium, and I usually like either like the almond or kind of the um like not too pointy, but not rounded. So try out different styles that you like. Um, and again, they don't have to be expensive at all. And I'll just go through kind of how I do my nails. So first things first is I take off the old ones. There's probably better ways of doing this. Maybe because this will be online now, we'll be able to maybe you'll be recommended a video of like how to get these off. But generally, these ones have actually been on for at least 10 days, if not longer, which is really impressive. So I can usually go about a week before one like pops off. And I'm a mom and I'm have ADHD. So I'm not very gentle about things at all. Um, like one time my nail popped off because I was like manhandling getting sheets on my kid's bed. So I was not doing like I was like reefing the mattress off to get like the fitted sheet on when it popped off. So I'm not, if you're someone who maybe you're a little gentler or care a little bit more, none of them will ever pop off. But this set, none ever popped off. So all I do is just pull off the old nails. There's like, you can kind of, it's not too much damage actually, which is nice. I feel like my nails get more damaged when they get caught on something, and like if it was your natural nail, your nail would break, but because it's a fake nail, it's just like kind of hurting your nail underneath. And then these ones haven't grown out very long, but what I'll do is I will give them a cut as well. Sometimes my thumbnail, because it's like the biggest nail for some reason, like the middle bit will get really glued on. So what I do is I'll like cut them really short, the fake nail, cut it really short and then pop off where it's like stuck. Um, my thumbnails always kind of take a little bit more extra effort, but in your new kit is one of these little doodads. So sometimes I'll use the little flat end to kind of pop underneath the nail if they're giving me a hard time. But these ones were ready to come off because they were starting to grow out. You can see the growth of my natural nail. So again, these last like 7 to 10 days, I would say. I also suggest grabbing like toilet paper or tissue paper or um, paper towel or something, and then just clip. So whatever kind of growth you got back, the shorter the better. I find they don't pop off. And they don't have to be like perfect underneath. You don't have to give yourself a manicure or anything. If you're starting to get some like hangnails and stuff, you can kind of clean the nails up a little bit that way. Um, but honestly, just the shorter the better. Plus that way too, like any damaged, like I damaged both my pinky nails like a few months ago because I somehow jammed them both and it just kind of pulled my nail away from my bed a little bit. So it just looked damaged, but they were fine and they're just growing out still. So the more you can clip like the old nail, then you'll have less damage. And I do every once in a while take a break from the nail, so I'll give them a little bit of time to like, I don't know. I've heard mixed reviews on whether like your nails breathe or not. Um, but I'll just get one of my sets that I bought of the Celebritips came with like cuticle oil. So I was using that a little bit. Um, but I'll just kind of like clean my nails up a little bit. You can use water, you can use um, nail polish remover, whatever you want to kind of. Okay, and then I just put all the old nails in the tissue paper and say goodbye. The new set, you'll just size them. And I generally like you can write it down too, because especially if you're buying the same brand all the time, you'll kind of remember what size you were. Um, but sometimes you're like, ooh, that's a cute one. Like this is a size 8, but it's really cute. It has like the moon and flowers and everything on it. So I kind of want it to fit one of my nails. So I might put that on my pointer. This is this could probably be, that's a really pretty, it's like nice and shiny. That could probably fit my pinky. And then I just put them in order. So I go like pinky, ring, middle, and then I go like in front of me. So as I'm picking them out, they're in order of how they're gonna go on my nails. Sometimes if you're also between, you can save them for like another set. So if you have pretty versatile um like fingers in terms of what size they are, you can save them. I just throw mine out because otherwise they just take up space in my, actually that's a better size, I think. The same size. And then sometimes like you have them like getting old, so I have to use like a um flashlight sometimes to take a peek at the numbers. And it is nice, some sets will like alternate, so you can have like, even if they're the same size, they'd be like different patterns on your hands. So you can play around. Some sets are really good for that, which is nice. Like this one seems good. Like one thumb is this pattern, and then the other thumb is this pattern. So it's kind of fun. If you like, if you work in an office and you maybe have to be a little bit more professional, there's lots of options where they're all the same. Okay, same colors. This one is that Lincoln Park After Dark color that we grew up with. I saw that one on social media. When I saw the color, I was like, oh gosh, I have to get that. And it's fun because like once you have the sizes down, you can start playing around with um what you want the colors to be. If there are different sets, some, like I said, will give you more than others. Perfect. I got them all. Nice. Okay. That should be good. Because they're all kind of different. There's no like set pattern, which I kind of love. Um, and I think that's also I got more compliments on the last set because they were all just their own fun color. Just take the emery board and I just, especially like the new growth nail, I'll just do like a quick scrub down of the top of my nail, and this just helps the glue stick, I think, better to the nail. So getting the sides, especially the spaces where the nail would kind of pop up off of your nail. And then I recently saw something that, so nail glue works because it's like using the moisture from your nail to stick to the fake nail, which is kind of cool. I didn't actually know how that worked. I usually do my, oh goodness, what the heck? Oh, this one you have to cut the, okay. I have another. So this one you have to cut like the tip off. They're not all like that. Thankfully I have another set. Um, so I just put kind of enough glue to cover the nail that you, and then I'll take the nail and I just kind of put at the bottom and like drag it up a bit so it's like all on the nail too, and then just press and hold. And then you'll get a bit of like kind of like leakage from there. So I'm gonna use, I'll use this other. Just use again Kleenex or paper towel or something. So paper towel will be one of your best friends when you do this. So nail one done. I should have timed this just so you know how long it takes. I guess we can tell by the length of the video generally if you're all prepped. So again, enough to cover the whole nail. And then you're gonna put the nail on top, pull up a little bit just to get the glue everywhere it needs to be, and then push down. And I do love these because again, they do last. They're, I remember doing nails in like high school. They pop off by like the end of the day, or not even, like you'd get to where you were going that you wanted nails for, and they'd like half be gone by the time you got to where you were going. So I don't know if it's like the nails are, they're, I mean, most definitely they're better now than they were then in terms of like technology and stuff, but also now I kind of, followed the directions and have been doing it for a while, so I generally know what works and what doesn't work. But like I go swimming with these, again, like dishes, everything, cleaning, all the things. Um, I just, my natural nails, the only time they ever looked decent was when I was pregnant with my son. And my hair too, like I had great hair when I was pregnant. But now that I'm not, it just does not. They don't grow out nicely, like they break really easily. They just, they feel kind of icky if I don't have the fake nails on. So this just makes me happy. These last, like I said, kind of 7 to 14 days, and these have definitely been on for at least 10 days, definitely more than 10 days. But then you can also, if you decide you don't like them or you have somewhere to go and you can't have nails on, you can pop them off really easily. You can also, if you don't like the feeling of popping them off yourself, you can soak them in um, more like acetone nail polish, like the stronger stuff. Just let them like kind of sit. There's also little covers you can get that you can, like you, well, you can do it with cotton ball with the nail polish remover, wrap them in tinfoil and like let them sit. But you can also get these cool like little contraptions that just sit on your nails. So if you're doing your nails a lot, that might be a good option for you. But honestly, like these are so, once you do it a few times, like pretty straightforward. I usually do my right hand first, just because I'm ambidextrous, but I'm a little bit better with my right hand. So once these nails are on, it's still pretty easy to get the nails onto my left hand without being too messy. If you, I've definitely glued my fingers together with this stuff on accident or by accident. Um, just grab like a Q-tip, put some nail polish remover on the Q-tip, and then just, you know, slowly pull your fingers apart while like the Q-tip's on the glue part. Um, and you can don't panic. You can get them unstuck. It's fine. I've definitely done it a few times, which is why I know how I know to unstick them. Right, almost there. Three more. So it's a very straightforward process. I mean, I was like painting my nails, but it's, then you kind of, I did find this really cool set where they dry pretty quickly, but at the same time, like you kind of have to sleep pretty like still. And, when you're getting up in the middle of the night with your kid and stuff, it's the last thing you want to do is then get like nail polish everywhere. So these I can do anytime. I can do them, while he's hanging out having his lunch, or I can do them at nighttime or before he wakes up in the morning, or really any, like, after my shower and getting ready to go out. Um, they're done pretty quickly. These again are like the medium length, which I love these lengths because they make my fingers look a little longer, but they don't really get in the way too much. I do notice once they kind of hit that 7 day and your nail starts to grow that it's like that just little extra length. Somehow I get them like caught on things and they start to feel like that weird icky feeling like when your nails get too long. So just know that that's normal. I also find some have like these weird, like kind of rough bits on the tips of them. Um, so you just take your and just smooth them out a little. All right, just like that, they're done and changed over. Those are super cute. Um, yeah, and it's so fun because again, they don't cost a ton of money. They're really easy to change over if you decide that you don't like them. Um, these ones also, this brand is uh, uh cruelty free. I used to have a beagle and they do a lot of animal testing on beagles, and so that's when I really got into checking if things are cruelty free. Anyways, there are brands that are cruelty free if that's very, very important to you. Anyways, I hope that was helpful. And honestly, like if you're giving it a try, just pick one of the like least expensive brands, give it a try, see if you like it. And then you can kind of go from there. And if you have any questions, feel free to comment below or message me, email me, Ashley at alignedlivingco.co, or you can find me on Instagram and message me there and let me know. Show me pictures of the ones you picked if you do it yourself, and I'd love to see it. And we'll see you again next time. See you later.